And look how much candy's in there, guys.
What's up, pranksters? Welcome back. Welcome back to another how to sneak food into class video. Now, I know it's already June and a lot of you guys are already out of school, but I know that there are still some of you guys stuck in school, and if you're in school, you're probably hungry throughout the day, so these tips are gonna come in handy. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys some ways on how to sneak food into class using school supplies without getting caught. Now, this is part 17 of my series, so if you haven't, guys, check out the rest. Link is below in the description. Let's get this going. First, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet with the bell notifications turned on. And check it out. What I have right here, guys, is a wristband. These are very common in school. A lot of athletes use them. And I myself used to wear them to the gym a lot. These are very good when you're running and you're sweating. You can just easily wipe off the sweat off your forehead. So, a good way to use these to sneak food into class is the following. You'll need some fruit by the foot. I'm gonna open up my fruit by the foot. And when you guys open these, you'll see that they're coiled up. It's got that candy and it's got, I believe, it's wax paper around it. Well, this is perfect because this is how we're gonna sneak it into class, guys. We're gonna undo the coil, so unroll it. You're gonna wrap it around your wrist with, of course, the wax paper touching you. This is where your wristband would go anyway, so it's gonna cover the candy. Just like this. Now, halfway through, guys, you're gonna be cutting a piece of the candy because we don't want it touching the wristband. So let's cut it off. And you can eat this part, and then the rest will wrap around your candy. That way your candy is not exposed at all. Now what you guys are going to do is you're going to place your wristband over it and nobody will know that you have fruit by the foot wrapped around your wrist. Alright, so I got the wristband wrapped around my wrist, and let's say that I'm in class and I get hungry. I'm craving candy. Well, all I got to do is pull up my wristband and my candy will be right there at my disposal. Look at that, guys. Just pull a piece, tuck everything back in. And that's it. I can get away with eating candy in class. You wouldn't think so, guys, but these large binder clips are perfect to sneak candy into class. The way you use a binder clip to sneak candy into class is the following. You'll need a tissue paper, so get some Kleenex. Cut a piece of it off. And you're gonna tuck it inside the binder clip, like so. And then you're gonna add some candy inside. Right here I have some sweet tarts that I'm gonna put inside my binder clip. Look at that. So what I'm gonna do is put them in. Perfect. I got like 10 pieces in there, guys. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get another piece of tissue paper. And I'm gonna cover the top. And that's it, guys. Have this in your supply box. And look, nobody can tell that there's anything wrong with this. Maybe you're using the binder clip to hold your tissue paper. Who knows? But when you do get hungry, guys, and you are craving maybe some sweet tarts, if that's what you put in here, you could also put M&M, Mike and Ike, or anything you guys want. Now, all you do is you pull out one of the tissue papers and look. Look how much candy's in there, guys. I think there's like 10. There's actually 11 little pieces in there. That's a good mouthful of candy. And if you guys have more binder clips, you guys can do the same. Nobody will know that candy is in there but you. To be able to sneak some nerds into class, you're gonna need a pencil like this one, a pencil that you no longer need. Now, it's best if the pencil's round, like this one right here, not like these. Notice that these have little corners and this one is all round, and that's what we need, because it'll be easier for us to put the pencil through a straw, just like this. Notice how simple that is? Well, that's what we're gonna be doing here. Now, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna need just the tip of the pencil, so we're gonna be cutting it off. And this is where you guys need to be the most careful, because you are gonna be using a blade to cut this off, unless you got a little saw or something that you can cut this with much ease. I'm just gonna cut the tip off. And it isn't hard at all. And look, I'm gonna use my mighty strength to just break it off. Just like that.
This is the only piece we'll be needing. We might want to trim off the little excess pencil that sticks out. We don't want that to be in our candy. Now all we do is insert the tip of the pencil through the straw, just like this. Let's try to hide the color as well so that it looks like the pencil's all red. Now this pencil is pretty long, right? So we're gonna try to trim it to the right size. So let's shoot for this length right here. So I'm gonna cut about right there. Just like that, guys. Look, our little red pencil's almost ready. Now we're gonna fill it up with nerds. And all you guys basically gotta do is dip the pencil in there and try to extract as many nerds as you can. Look, I got a bunch of them in there already. Perfect. I just filled up the pencil with nerds, and I'm gonna take an eraser cap to seal off the top. And look, I got a red pencil. Well, mainly just straw, but it does look like a pencil, right guys? The straw is actually pretty stiff and it doesn't bend that much. So let's put it to the test. All right, let's see. Yep, it works, guys. But let's say that during class, you guys get hungry and want some candy. Well, you know at that point your nerds are right there. So all you guys gotta do is remove the eraser cap. And look how many nerds we got. That's a mouthful of nerds. So that's a great way to hide your nerds using a pencil. Try it out, guys. It always works. Now let me show you guys how to sneak a little carton of high C juice into class. I'm gonna be rebuilding this crayon box to fit this carton of high C. What I'm gonna do is, since I got crayons in there, I'm gonna empty it out. So we're gonna undo this crayon box. Let's open it up and let's detach the flaps. Like this. We're gonna get the right measurements, guys. Alright, that'll do. And I'm gonna begin the cutting process. Alright. So that's gonna go there. I'm gonna begin attaching these together with tape. And here it is, guys. Our new and rebuilt crayon box. Little will your teacher know that inside is actually a carton of high C. So look, guys, you can have this in your desk when you guys get thirsty. Just get the straw, put it through the opening, and drink it right away, and nobody will know. I'll be able to sip on it real quick, and then once I'm done, I just close up the flaps, and that's pretty much it, guys. Look, they don't look that different at all, do they? I've used these a lot in my series. I always try to sneak them into class. I've shown you guys so many ways on how to sneak tackies into class. Well, I'm gonna show you another simple way. Very easy, very simple to do. To be able to do that, guys, let me introduce you to this crayon box right here. This is a Crayola crayon box. It's got 32 crayons in there, as you guys can tell by the back. 32. We open it up and look, there are 3 flaps, right? There's the main one, and then there's 2 on the side. And what people don't realize is usually the back, which you guys can tear off, you shouldn't. These are for the shelf. So basically I got this at Walmart and these were hanging from the back. You can clearly see that the hook goes right through that. So we're gonna leave that intact. And now let's look at the actual crayons. There are 4 rows of crayons. Each one has about 8 crayons. And if you guys take a closer look, the crayon is divided into 2 sections. Because if you pull out the crayons, there are 2 little boxes, each one containing 16. We're only gonna be removing 1 box. But make sure that when you do remove the box, it's the box in the back, the one with the little flap that I just mentioned. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna take our chips, which are Takis here, and we're gonna start putting some in there where the other crayons used to be. So let's stack them in there. Alright, so I put about 8 so far, and I still have room for more. Wow. That's a lot of chips. Okay, that'll do. What I like about these crayons is that they're non-toxic, so if the crayons happen to touch your chips, nothing's gonna happen to you. Now that we got our chips in there, we are gonna be cutting off a flap, one of the side flaps. Reason being is we want this flap to cover this opening right here. So cut it down to size, guys, because we want to cover it. And I'm gonna use a piece of tape to cover it. All right, something like that, guys. As you guys can see, this flap covers up the chips, so people will only be able to see this side of the crayon box. Now, close up the side flap, and this is where it gets a little tricky, guys. You're gonna take the main flap and tuck it in under the side flap, just like that. So now the crayon box closes, guys. It's closed and it looks normal, right? And it is. You open it up, and look, you got your crayons right there. You can't even see the chips. But if you pull up this other flap, so you guys can be eating chips in class. Now if somebody approaches you, just fold down the flap, and all they'll be able to see is the crayons, not the chips. See? Just like that, guys. Get away with eating chips in class. And there you pranksters have it. 5 clever ways that you guys can sneak your favorite snacks, candy, and any type of food into class without getting caught. These are very simple to do, and it doesn't take that much work, and the end result will be that you won't be hungry in class because you cannot learn on an empty stomach. Now, if you guys want to see more of these, I have some more in the description. Check out the link below. I have lots more ways on how to sneak food into class. Thank you guys so much for being awesome fans. I hope you liked this video. I hope you gave it a big thumbs up, and I hope you guys check out the rest of the series. I'll be seeing you pranksters in my next video. So you pick up the bottle just a little, and you'll be able to slide out a cookie, which you guys can eat really quickly. Your teacher won't really think anything of this glue stick because it's a school supply. This is meant to be in class. So let's say you get hungry in class, because everybody gets hungry in class, and you know you have this glue stick with a lollipop and the pixie stick powder in there. So you're gonna open it up. Look at that. Looks delicious, right? So now you have yourself some yummy candy you guys can enjoy in class without anybody noticing it.